Hi. Okay, so today I just want to show you, I don't know if you can see down that path, it's water and waves and just wonderful things. So this is where I go for my walk every day, down there, and it's wonderful. But this is the road I walk on just to get from my house to the little beach area. I'm right across from it. Every day I walk past this hill, and it's not huge, but it's big enough. I never even look up here because the lake's the other way. So if I just turn here and I look up behind me, you can see a hill, and it doesn't look that hard in here, but it is. It's a fair hill. It's a fair hill. And it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't look like a fair hill from this, but it is a fair hill. And so just when I look at this now, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, like, it's kind of like my road, you know? It's like every day I say to myself, like, I stand and I look up the bottom of a hill. It's like looking up the bottom of a huge hill. And this, of course, doesn't do it justice, but any hill. You know, you just look up a hill and you say to yourself, like, it's like your journey. It's like you can't keep going. It seems like it's been so long. You've done everything. You've done everything. You continue to do everything, yet that hill is there. That hill is there. And it's just like, it just feels so long. It just feels never ending. And so when your road feels like I just can't do this anymore. I just can't keep walking this upward hill that never ends. I'm doing everything right. It's like day after day. I don't know what to do. I want you to literally come outside and find a hill. And no matter how tiring it looks, I want you to walk up it. So I'm going to start to walk up it as we talk, and you can see the hill here. So here we go. But I just want you to walk up the hill. So, metaphorically speaking, the journey can seem so long. It can seem so far. And it can seem like this endless hill stretched out in front of you. Like, how much longer is it gonna take to get to the top? You know, like, I've basically climbed so far. I continue to climb so far, yet it's a huge hill. So as you can see, I'm kind of walking up this hill. But even more than that, I think it's important to literally come out and walk up a hill or walk up a mountain, because when you do, you feel your legs start to, you feel your legs start to, you know, get tired. You feel your breath start to get a bit heavy, and it's physically, you know, tiring, and you're thinking, I'm using my energy, I shouldn't be using my energy. But you can see that as you're walking, you're getting closer and closer to the top of the hill, and behind you, you can see that you've come a farther way. But that's not what it feels like in the journey to wellness. It feels like there's nothing behind you. I mean, you know there's all this behind you, but it feels like you can't see the top of the hill. You can't see the crest. And that's what is so hard. It's like, where's the top of the hill gonna be? When am I gonna get, when am I gonna get to the top of the hill? And I think that's one of the worst possible feelings ever, because it's easy to stop and just like want to sit down on the side of the road right here and be like, it's too much. And you can see I'm kind of about halfway here. We have about that much hill going up, and we've got about that much hill going down. But it's easy to get caught up and want to take the side street now. It's easy to just want to sit down on the ground and say, I can't go anymore. I can't go anymore. But you must keep walking, just like metaphorically walking up the hill. You get tired, And it's more when you're walking up this journey, it's physically exhausting, but it's also mentally and spiritually exhausting, because you're thinking, is it ever going to end? Will I ever get there? Will I ever reach the top? Am I going to get to this great place that everybody says of wellness if I just keep doing this? And what if I just keep doing this over and over, day in and day out, and nothing happens? And I'm just tiring myself out. And I'm walking, but I never reach the crest. I never get to this land of wellness and health. And am I doing all of this for nothing? And that's kind of what it comes down to. It's like, am I doing all of this for nothing? Here comes a car. Hang on, I'm just gonna switch hands. There we go. And I think that's one of the biggest problems that people have, is like, they don't know if they're doing it all for nothing. You know, when I reach the top of the hill, am I gonna be better? Or is it all just effort? But what's the alternative? Physically, I could just sit down on the side of the road and stay there forever. But I'd never get home. I'd never get to any of my destinations. I'd never get to the beach. I'd just freeze there. I'd die and freeze and starve. But I can sit down and I can rest a while. I can gather my thoughts, and then I have a choice. I can go back down the hill and be like, forget it. It's too much work. But I'll never know what was at the top of the hill. You know, so I can rest a while and get up more strength and keep walking up the hill, or I can give up. And I think it's a good metaphor for this illness and the road to wellness. You can see now, look at all the way I've come. See the lake at the bottom? I don't know if you can see it. When I turn around, we've only got, you know, a little bit more left to go for this hill. So we're gonna keep walking it, because now I see way more miles behind me than I do in front of me. And at some point, that's gonna be like your healing journey too. You're going to realize that the worst parts are behind you. The worst symptoms have left you. You know, better days coming. You can feel momentum building. You know, finally, you know, after being stuck on this long, never-ending hill, it can't go on forever. There does come an end to the hill. And so, as we're walking, and as we're talking, we're kind of nearing the crest of the hill. As you can see, it's a four-way stop up here on a country highway road. And as I'm reaching the top, I'm looking back behind me and I'm seeing how far I've come. And it feels invigorating, and it feels good, and it feels worth the journey. But when you're in the middle of it, there's no way to know. And I think that's what you have to do on these really, really, really bad days. Is you literally need to go outside and climb a hill and tell yourself, you know, I can do this. And when you come to the top of the hill, as I'm doing here, you can look around. And here we are at the top of the hill. You can see there's more hill. Straight road, a straight road, a straight road. And behind me is the hill. And so we made it. And this video has been 9 minutes. So it took me maybe 7 minutes to climb that hill. And, you know, looking back down now, you know, I can see and I can remind myself that standing at the top of the hill, the exhaustion, the fatigue, everything that you feel climbing it, it ends. I'm standing here. I am standing here. And so when you're feeling at your worst, when you're feeling like you can't go on, I want you to go climb a hill, whether it's a little hill, a big hill, a mountain, a driveway, whatever. And remind yourself, stand halfway and say, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Ask yourself literally, and then ask yourself figuratively, and then climb the rest of the way.